Okay, hello and welcome to my channel. As you can tell, I was looking down and off the camera when this started, and that's primarily because I just did a whole recording and somehow hadn't clicked the record button properly. As I said, I'm still new to this, so I record using Mac's QuickTime player, and then if I need to do any kind of editing, I try to keep that to a minimum. I do it in the movie player, but most of all I try to get this out as is, even if I do maybe 2 takes. But because it's mainly conversational at this point, there's not a lot that can go wrong per se. Just me saying and coughing and banging the table, you know, the usual. But hopefully you'll see that get a lot less. So today is the 14th of January 2021. I'm not sure when you might be watching this, but in the news today, President Trump from the USA has gotten impeached again. But funny enough, the bigger news seems to be a mass exodus of WhatsApp. Now, if life has all changed and WhatsApp has just become like pen pals after email, or you know, MySpace before all the others, so high five, who remembers that? Then WhatsApp used to be probably the biggest phone messaging app in the world, I'd say. Well, in the Western world that we know of. But concerns with how they're changing data with Facebook, or sharing data because Facebook bought them. And I don't even think it's so much the changing or exchanging of data that's got everyone. I think it's more the mistrust of a big behemoth buying up a lot of little companies, which I kind of have as well. But also they promised they wouldn't do that. They said they wouldn't share data. I think a lot of people accept that somewhere or the other a lot of your data is out there anyway, and hopefully very few of us have things to hide. But I guess I'm only mentioning this to say, don't panic. Like everything else, you'll hear a lot of doom and gloom stuff about what people are doing with your data and oh my gosh, but accept your data is out there, but it's nothing to worry about. Things are getting recorded of you all of the time. So I don't want this channel to be political, but there are things happening in life, and I want it to be somewhere where you go to just say, look, should I be worried about this? And trust when I say, nah, don't worry about it. It's already a mess, but don't worry about it. I need to put up a sign that's, you know, reminds me about my raison d'etre, to just relax people, get out of panic, calm down, relax. And also tell you some tidbits about my life. At the moment, obviously, there's not much interesting things happening, but you might notice I got my flag. I need to remember to directions. And it's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. It was meant to be just like little small ones I can drape over the chair. But I've decided what I will do is get 2 more like that. Although I have my Barbados Carnival one. Let me see if I can turn to show more. Yeah, there you go. So that one's a big one. I'm a carnivalist. That will be discussed in another vlog. But it got me thinking a bit today about identity and sub-identity, and it's funny because on one of the talk radio stations I was listening to, suddenly that came up, you know, whether you say if somebody asks you, tell me about yourself, do you say, okay, I'm called the work that you do, I'm a developer, or do you call your cultural background, like I might say I'm a Bajan, or you know, I'm Nigerian or African, or you know, it just depends on what takes the list or what comes up top of the list. Or I might start with I'm a carnivalist, which is why you see my bus stop sign there. Bajans will know what that is. I'll discuss it when we do the carnival episode. But it just made me laugh because it ties into all of this. They're really listening to us, aren't they? And they know what we're thinking. So can you imagine if every advert you watched on what you thought was regular terrestrial TV was actually filtered for you? Maybe the rest of your friends and family don't see those adverts. But I know a lot of people are worried about things like that. Don't worry about it. Your phone is essentially a recording device. They tell you it's a recording device. You can turn it off if you want, but there's probably enough of you out there, so don't worry about it. I treat mine as a butler, you know. If I'm talking to someone and I say something like, I wonder what it takes to be a YouTuber. And next time I'm surfing, it says, if you want to be a YouTuber, here's some stuff you can do. I joke, but I know it's worrisome. But the year's just started. We're in week 2. For me, it's felt fairly long. Mainly because one of the things is, as a developer, you can tend to zone into your work and get tunnel vision. And one of the bad things about being a developer is most people get to switch off and go home and do something else. Now, let's say your work is manual or involves talking to people most of the time. Even if you work with a computer but you're entering figures, you're not really building anything on the computer. When you go home, or when you're at home off work, you can just have your laptop and do fun stuff and, you know, not be doing your work things. Whereas a lot of developers, you pick up your laptop and you tend to remember, that thing that you were going to do, and you can just easily merge your day into nights. And I think a lot of people who are not usually doing that as part of their work are experiencing that in these COVID times. Which is another thing in the news. On the one hand, we've got major rollouts of the vaccine and hope for a new world, but there's also a new strain coming out that even may prove resistant to these vaccines. But this is not to worry about now. There are people looking into this all of the time. That's how we know about the new strain, and I'm sure they're already looking to fight or make vaccines that can strain it up. So again, not to worry too much about that. There are obviously a lot of people getting sick. I think in Barbados we've just passed 1,000 cases. In the UK, I think we've got some grim stats as well. I think our highest number of deaths since the whole thing began back in March, over here at least. And I'm sure the same is true for a lot of places. But in all things, we keep trying to smile and move forward and not let it get us down too much. I am aware I tend to talk from one subject to the other. There's no real structure to this. It's just like if we were having a conversation. And going forward, I've got my trusty notebook, which I always forget to look at just before I do this. Or I look at it and then I go off in that direction. But it's fine. The idea is that you come with me on the journey, and we'll figure out what works, what doesn't work, how much structure, if any, to put into this, or just leave it freestyle. And then whenever I forget something I was gonna say, I'll just put it down in my notes for next time. I'm just looking to see I did have something about when I turned something that didn't happen when I turned 40. I don't think I mentioned it in my birthday vlog. So what I'll do is I'll say it here, and then if I did mention it, I'll try to edit it out. But it was just that I didn't when I turned 40, I suddenly got a letter from the NHS, which is our National Health Service here, and it just said come over and see us, we've made an appointment for you. I'm like, I got a second. So it's not really conspiracy theorist, but I started thinking, do you guys know something about me that I don't know? Was there something put in the file that says he can handle it after 40, So, but it turns out everyone over 40 here is monitored, and as long as you're fine and you're not undergoing treatment with them already, they call you in for what we call an MOT. It's kind of like your yearly checkup. MOT is for the car. I guess it's called something different in other countries. But that didn't happen when I was 45. I guess it could be supposed to happen. And men, I think one of the vlogs will talk about men's health after 45. And it's not all about the prostate. There's many things that could mess with you. More things to worry about, but this is why you have me to calm you down. But yeah, I guess with COVID, there's a lot going on, a lot of disruption. But we're getting there. We're getting there. There's progress. In addition to the people who are working on the treatments, there's a lot of lessons learned on how to deal with various things, whether it's the personal, as in treating people or treating them outside of the hospital, or even once they're very sick, how to do it. Getting information around. So yeah. So I think I will end this vlog here. I generally like the videos to be just between 10 and 15 minutes, and I think if you put it more than that, it then tends to be a bigger possibility of repeating yourself and things like that. So for the moment, I will stick to just keeping it short, and I guess when I have more notes and remember more things I'll speak about, I will make it longer. So as you're supposed to say, like, comment, subscribe down below somewhere. And maybe sometime in the near future I'll start doing some giveaways or some hauls. Oh, like I said, got this from Wish, so here's the code down bottom. There's no code at the moment, but but yeah, as always, take care, enjoy. I'll probably upload this. I want to do it maybe on Sundays, but this one I might do it tonight or tomorrow. So whenever you're watching this, you'll know it's still fresh. And I'll work on getting the other flags. Oh, I didn't think I'd finish what I said I was gonna do, so I'm gonna get other big ones like this. So Nigeria, Barbados, and Guyanese. And I'm debating whether to get a British as well, which is why I said this whole thing started. Because I mean, I'm not denying that I'm part British as well. There's no point doing that. But because I guess I feel I'm here, I only tend to sort of need artifacts of my other makeups. So maybe we'll cover that in another vlog sometime. Those people who sort of live away from the place that either they were born in or the place that they feel was their first home, their first cultural home. Whew, that's a whole subject in itself. So take care, keep smiling, enjoy your weekend.